Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy Synchronicity Tomorrow Comes Today. Moi drodzy, w poprzednim odcinku udało nam się zebrać kilka elementów do ekwipunku. Mamy m.in. plakat, duży i wyszczerbiony kawałek szkła, zardzewiałe gwoździe i bransoletkę kreta. Powiem wam szczerze, że na tą chwilę nie mam zielonego pojęcia, co dalej miałbym zrobić. No w jakiś sposób musielibyśmy dostać się do tego parku i do Ośrodka Zdrowia. Tutaj mamy właz do kanałów, niestety nie jesteśmy w stanie go otworzyć. Ogrodzenie. Wilgotna ziemia.
Strange. The soil here seems darker and less packed than the soil around it. In fact, the mud in this part of the ground is a bit damp and mushy. My fingers even leave marks in it when I touch it.
O, może my tą ziemię będziemy mogli odkopać za pomocą czegoś. Mam kawałek szkła, spróbuję go użyć właśnie na tym błocie.
I'll do this very carefully, so that the glass doesn't break in two. Perfect. The hole I've dug is big enough to get to the other side of the fence.
No i mamy przejście. Podkop dokładnie. Dzięki temu dostaliśmy się do parku. Wow. Mamy tutaj wisielców.
Good God. There are dozens, hundreds of corpses hanging from the branches. What could have drawn all these people here? What kind of pain? What kind of desperation brought them here? These are the corpses of ordinary people who were living their ordinary lives in their ordinary little worlds up to a very short time ago. Could any of them have imagined meeting an end like this back then? Forgotten and nameless, swaying in the breeze like marionettes. And all those savages in uniforms did was close the park. They didn't even bother to cut their bodies down from the trees. I'm afraid that tonight there are too many dark stars to count in Suicide Park.
Jestem ciekaw, czy to jest jakieś nawiązanie do tego lasu, który znajduje się w Japonii. Nie pamiętam szczerze jego nazwy, ale słynie z tego, że dużo Japończyków wydaje się właśnie do tego lasu i popełnia samobójstwo poprzez powieszenie się. Jest lina.
Impossible. One of its ends is tied to the crowbar, and the other... well, the other is also tied to something.
No dobra, ale w ekwipunku mam kawałek szkła, spróbuję to odciąć.
I'm not gonna cut it. If I can manage to salvage this rope without cutting it, it could be useful to me.
No dobra, mamy łom. Łom, który trafił do mojego ekwipunku. Jak również i lina. No, wisielec spadł na ziemię, ale tak czy inaczej już nie żył. No i znowu mamy tą przeklętą wizję.
Wait a minute. That guy is... the suicide victim who was hanging from this tree. No, don't do it, please! No! Good God! I saw him hang himself!
Coś mi się wydaje, że pomału stradamy zmysły. No dobra, w każdym bądź razie widzieliśmy, jak on się powiesił. Dobrze, że nie widzieliśmy, jak reszta się powiesiła. Ten tutaj osobnik widać, że wisi tutaj od bardzo dawna. Ściana drzew i krzewów.
The trees and bushes are so close together here that I can hardly push the branches to one side with my hands. The thorns in these bushes are jabbing into me like metal spikes. I'm not going to be able to open up a path this way.
Przydałyby mi się te szczypce, którymi dziadek próbował przeciąć kłódkę. Może będę mógł z nim porozmawiać i zapytać się, czy mi je pożyczy. Albo, nie wiem, w jakiś sposób wyważyć tą kłódkę za pomocą łomu.
I agree that violence is sometimes the shortest path between 2 points, but considering how heavy this padlock and the chain are, I'm not sure that brute force is going to help me open this door.
Okno piwnicy.
That would be one way of getting into the house. But the noise of breaking glass would alert the soldiers posted nearby. I'd rather not think about what those savages would do to this old man. And me.
Czyli muszę wykombinować coś innego. Mam też linę. Jestem ciekaw, czy tą linę z czymś będę mógł połączyć.
I don't think doing this would serve any purpose.
Przecinać jej nie chcę, złomem...
I don't see anything to tie to this.
No właśnie. To tutaj nie zadziała.
I need to get in here, but please, don't make too much noise.
W porządku, daj mi te nożyce, zobaczę co uda mi się zrobić. Szukam pewnego miejsca, to coś w rodzaju magazynu z zerkami, wiesz coś może na jego temat. Ale nie ma opcji dialogowej, żeby pożyczył mi te szczypce.
I'm sorry. I can't help you.
Help me, please.
Dobra, wydaje mi się, że jeżeli uda mi się w jakiś sposób otworzyć to okno piwnicy bądź je wybić, to dziadek wejdzie do środka, a szczypce zostawi. Wtedy będziemy mogli je zabrać do ekwipunku. Tylko teraz pytanie, co w takim razie miałbym zrobić dalej?
Can I ask you?
Sure, but can't you see?
Tu też brak nowych opcji dialogowych. Dziękuję za pogawędkę.
Thanks for the chat.
Thanks for the company, friend.
Wziąłem linę, mam pineski. Wejście do metra, znak metra.
Let's see. I can try to rip it off. Nothing. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to get it off with my hands.
Ciekawe.
Maybe with the help of the crowbar I can get the subway sign off the wall. Damn it! I've managed to tear it down, but the subway sign is broken in two.
Znak trafił do naszego ekwipunku. Pęknięty metalowy znak, a dokładnie dwie jego części.
Better not. The subway sign is out. I doubt I'd account. It's useless.
To jest bez sensu, nie mam zielonego pojęcia po co mi to. Ale tutaj widać u góry kontur jakiegoś kota. Spróbuję użyć tego znaku na włazie do kanałów.
Use this here? How?
Jednak nie, a może za pomocą łomu uda się to wyjąć.
The crowbar fits perfectly into the hole in the manhole cover.
No i świetnie. Prawdopodobnie dostaniemy się do ośrodka medycznego.
Wait a minute. I'm not going to climb down any further. It's totally dark in there, and it would be crazy to go into these sewers without any light.
Jest zbyt ciemno. Czy my nie rozmawialiśmy z kimś, kto ma latarkę? No nie wiem. Jeszcze raz spróbuję porozmawiać z tymi ludźmi.
Can I ask?
Sure, can't you?
Niestety.
Thanks for the chat.
Thanks for the company, friend.
Niestety nie mamy o czym rozmawiać. Tu jest ten staruszek, wejście do kościoła. Zastanawiam się, czy w obozie nie rozmawialiśmy z kimś, kto miał latarkę.
Can I ask you a few questions?
I'll answer anything you want.
Czy możesz raz jeszcze powiedzieć mi wszystko, co wiesz o Wielkiej Fali? Możesz mi wyjaśnić, dlaczego doszło do tej strzelaniny?
Could you explain to me what the shooting was about again?
Explain what exactly? That show the cleanup brigades put on? Someone got too chatty and ratted out a sick person, that's all. There's usually a pact of silence in the camp. No one likes to see one of their own in those ambulances. But in this case, the dissolved was a relative of one of the camp moles. Ironic, isn't it?
But they shot a man.
Yes, so they did. So what? The price of human life has gotten a lot cheaper lately. That needn't surprise anyone these days.
Okej, porozmawiajmy o czymś innym.
Let's talk about something else. Well, I'll be going on my way. Good luck to you, pal.
Just be sure to stay away from my things.
Spoko, spoko, nie zamierzam. Pusty plac, drzwi samochodu.
Oh no! Here comes that sensation again. It's like floating in a dense liquid, while everything around me is transformed. Good God. I think I'm starting to lose my mind. Time has left these hinges bent and rusted. There's no way I'm going to be able to break open this door with my bare hands.
Ale mamy w sumie łom. Warto spróbować, czy to zadziała.
Okay, let's see if I can open this. Got it. Let's see. I'm sure that if I tug on it a little... Good. The upholstery came off along with one of the elastic bands that was holding it to the seat.
Okej. Dwa elementy trafiły do mojego ekwipunku. Elastyczna opaska, która wygląda jak dętka od rowera. I pokrowiec na fotel.
Why would I want to do something like that? I doubt I'd accomplish anything using the piece. That wouldn't serve.
To byłoby bezcelowe. Dobra, tutaj jest szafa. Widzę, że z niej wszystko zniknęło i tak naprawdę nic z niej wyjąć nie będziemy mogli. Tutaj jest piekarnik i zamknięte drzwi.
It's bolted from inside. I'm afraid it's not going to open.
Dopóki nie przyniosę lekarstwa, nie będę mógł porozmawiać z panem Atkinsonem. Czyli tak, tutaj mamy wejście do domu łowcy.
Hello, mister. Are you still waiting?
I still am. That's all I can do at this point, don't you agree?
Tego staruszka też się nie możemy wypytać o nic nowego. Muszę już iść. Życzę miłego czekania.
I should be going on my way.
No dobra, wejdę do domu łowcy. Szczerze powiedziawszy, może barman... Chociaż nie sądzę. Barman mówił, że sprzedaje jedzenie, alkohol i tak dalej, i tak dalej.
Hello again. What can I get for you?
No dokładnie. Nie ma w ogóle opcji, żeby wypytać się o latarkę bądź jakąś lampkę przenośną.
I'm not really interested.
Hi, Mike. So,
Czy kojarzysz słowa Beechwood Oracle?
Do the words Beechwood Oracle mean anything to you?
No. Sorry, dude. Doesn't ring a bell. What is it? Some kind of riddle or play on words?
I don't know. Someone told me about it, and I'm curious. That's all.
Czyli jednak łowca też nie wie nic na ten temat.
I should be going now.
Fine, Mike. You're welcome anytime. Remember, dude, here we can get you whatever you need. No questions asked.
Ja wiem, że to się czyta Oracle, ale z tego względu, że pracuję w angielskiej firmie i oni pracują na programie komputerowym, który się zwie Oracle i tak w Polsce wymawiają, też tak mówię. No tak, tutaj mamy zbirów, raczej nie będę z nimi rozmawiał, nie będą zresztą chętni, dopóki nie przyniosę im pieniędzy. Co w takim razie miałbym teraz zrobić? Suche koryto rzeki. O, tutaj mamy też jakieś przejście. Spalone drzewo.
It's the charred remains of a tree trunk, fighting to keep from being devoured by the enormous hole in the ground. For the moment, it's holding its own. It seems firmly rooted in the soil. I suppose the rain has been flooding the pit little by little. This water is so dark you can't even see the bottom.
A może ja do tego drzewa będę mógł przywiązać tą linę?
As dead as that tree is, it still looks strong enough to tie the rope to.
Tylko się nie wieszaj. Michael, nie rób tego.
Before I go down, I'll leave the heavy stuff here, in case the rope doesn't support my weight.
No, to by było problematyczne, gdybyśmy spadli i nie mogli wydostać się na zewnątrz. Po jaką cholerę ja pływam w tej rzece? Tutaj mamy ociosane kamienie.
Underneath the surface, there must be many more of these stone things I see sticking out of the water. No doubt they're the remains of a structure that sank here. It seems like a small fragment of one of them is loose.
Wziąłem jakiś kamień do ekwipunku.
This hole in the ground is steep walls of mud and earth. The distance to the bottom is several yards. How the hell was this cesspit formed?
Ale nie widzę nic więcej, co byśmy mogli stąd zabrać. Liny też już z powrotem do ekwipunku nie mogę wziąć. Mamy rzeźbiony kamień, to wygląda jakby w ogóle tam było coś narysowane na nim.
A small piece of sculpted marble. It's the head of an animal above what looks like flames or an open fire. Could it be a lion's head?
O, mamy głowę lwa, ja wiem, gdzie będziemy mogli to zanieść. Myślę, że Wielebny będzie szczęśliwy, że coś takiego znaleźliśmy. No dobra, ale ja nie chciałem z powrotem wchodzić do wody. Ja bym chciał wyjść. Myślę, że Wielebny Blake będzie szczęśliwy, że mamy ten kamień w ekwipunku. Zresztą cały czas o nim wspominał. To jest znak od Boga.
The head of the lion above the flames. I think this must be yours.
The head of the lion. The head of the lion above the flames. The ruins of the temple still exist. Salvation is still possible. We can prevent it. We can still prevent it. Don't you understand? The annihilation of time. The wrath of God for our arrogance. There's still time. I have to return to the ruins of the temple. I have to go back to the ruins of the temple.
Wait a minute! Whew. There's no question in my mind. This man is a complete lunatic.
Wariat to mało powiedziane, bym powiedział, że jest bardziej obłąkany. Kij w kształcie krzyża.
Oh no. It's starting again. It's amazing. Everything's changing. Everything. Everything is mutating, and I haven't even moved. I don't understand. I don't understand anything.
Ale wiecie co zauważyłem? Że te wizje mamy tylko w wybranych lokacjach. Mamy kij w kształcie krzyża.
Reverend Blake's cross. A stick with a very, very striking shape.
A gdybym spróbował zrobić z tego proce...
So, let's see. I just made a primitive homemade slingshot.
Wow! A ja chyba wiem, do kogo tą procę możemy zanieść. Te dzieciaki, które były tutaj na górze... Czekajcie. Te dzieciaki, które są tutaj, one rzucają do puszek. Powiedziały, że potrzebowałyby jakiejś fajnej broni.
Oh no! It's... well... Good God. I think I'm starting to lose my mind.
A z racji tego, że wykonały dla nas przysługę i odwróciły uwagę matki, dzięki temu mogliśmy wziąć papierosy, myślę, że jakaś nagroda im się należy.
Hello, Michael.
Hi, kids.
We got Mom out of the house. Now what about that reward?
Nie, jeszcze niczego dla was nie znalazłem. Tak, chyba coś dla was mam.
Yes. I think I have something you might like. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. They're just kids. And this could get them into trouble. I know perfectly well what they're going to use it for, but their aim is amazing. And a little commotion on the camp fence could be a good thing for everyone. Besides, they want to do something for their father, and those pigs at the gate deserve a surprise.
What is it, Michael? Tell us, what is it?
Przykro mi, chłopaki, ale to chyba nie jest najlepszy prezent. Na pewno się wam spodoba, proszę.
I know it's something you're really going to like. Here you go. It's a slingshot.
It's a slingshot.
Thank you, Michael. With this, we'll be able to hit the watchtowers.
Come on, let's try it.
That'll teach you, pigs.
Attention, all units in Sector 12. Report immediately to the North Watchtower. I repeat, report immediately to the North Watchtower.
What's going on? I don't know. It must be something serious. Come on, let's go.
You hit him.
Haha, yes.
So what do we do now?
I don't know. We've got to get out of here. Quickly, run!
I better take this with me.
No tak, dzieciaki spisały się na medal. Sterta kamieni.
I'm not going to pick them up. I'm sure it took the kids a long time to collect all those rocks for their target practice. Besides, I bet my aim is worse than theirs.
A już chciałem powiedzieć, wzięliśmy procę do ekwipunku, to i kamienie by się nam przydały. Ale dobra, skoro strażników nie ma już na zewnątrz, będziemy mogli spokojnie przyjrzeć się temu motocyklowi.
From the color of the seat and body, I'd say it's army property.
Mamy sakiewkę. O!
Oh, shit. The key's not in the ignition. One of the soldiers on sentry duty must have it. Anyway, I should have figured as much.
Mamy pokrowiec na fotel, mamy grube skórzane rękawice.
There's no need to I can't use...
No dobra. Ale czy coś jeszcze w obozie będziemy mogli zrobić? W domu łowcy byliśmy, tutaj byliśmy. Na górze byliśmy. No nie, chyba nie. Ale udało mi się zebrać kilka nowych elementów do ekwipunku, więc może faktycznie coś będę mógł tutaj teraz wykorzystać. Okno piwnicy. Może gdybym to okno zakrył pokrowcem i uderzył w to łomem, to nie narobiłoby tyle hałasu.
This quilted fabric fits the size of the window perfectly. Okay, let's try this. And let's cross our fingers that the seat cover absorbs the noise of the breaking glass. If the soldiers next door find me, they'll blow my head off without bothering to ask questions.
No nie powiem, żeby to nie narobiło hałasu.
You've done it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm safe now. God bless you, stranger. You saved my life.
Take care of yourself, old man. And I don't have to tell you, don't open the door to strangers.
No i tak jak mówiłem. Nożyce do metalu. Staruszek pozostawił nożyce. Ale wiecie co? My już tyle czasu tutaj chodziliśmy, byliśmy i w kościele i porozmawialiśmy z Wielebnym, wróciliśmy z powrotem do obozu, rozmawialiśmy z tymi ludźmi, byliśmy w parku i tak dalej i godzina policyjna nadal nie nastała. Ale dobra, skoro mamy nożyce, to ja chyba wiem, gdzie będziemy mogli je wykorzystać. Tylko po raz kolejny byśmy musieli przejść do parku. Jest tam sterta zarośniętych krzewów, więc obstawiam, że te szczypce mi się tutaj przydadzą.
Let's see what's on the other side of this hedge. No! Please! These visions! My head!
You won't get any of his things. I won't allow it. Do you hear me?
Michael, is that you? Thank God we found you. It's me, Chris. Don't you recognize me? But there is a solution, Michael. All is not lost. There is still a possibility of salvation for us. For each and every one of us.
You have to stop this, Michael. You have to quit.
I can't do it.
It's destroying us, don't you see? It's killing us.
It's that demon inside me.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. These visions are getting more intense all the time. The pain is unbearable. Who's Chris? Salvation is still possible, he said. Could that be true? And once again, that female voice that's been haunting me since I woke up. Who is she? Why was she so distressed? What the hell happened to us? Or is going to happen to us?
A może to są nasi rodzice, ta kobieta i ten gościu? Nie mam pojęcia. Widok na teren szpitala, mamy skład z beczkami.
The trees and bushes conceal structures where hundreds and hundreds of metal barrels were being stored. Whatever's inside them, there must be thousands of gallons of it down there. From here I'll have a magnificent view of the hospital compound. In truth, the part that's visible from the road is only a fraction of it. The vegetation conceals a much larger area.
Drut podłączony do prądu. Okej.
More of that barbed wire that adorns all the city's buildings. If I get up close enough, I can hear a slight buzz, a sure sign that this fence is electrified.
No raczej gołymi rękoma nie chciałbym tego dotykać. Ale z drugiej strony mam grube skórzane rękawice. Nie powinno mnie popieścić, kiedy tego tutaj użyję.
Okay, I'll wear the gloves to cut the electrified wire. Perfect.
No idealnie. połowie zakryty obiekt.
Let's see what's down here. It's a trapdoor, and it looks like it hasn't been used in a long, long time.
Kolejny właz, który prowadzi do szpitala. Wow. Nieoświetlony pokój.
This door leads to a dingy back room. What the hell could be in here? I can hear the buzz of electricity coming from inside, but I can't figure out anything more without a little more light.
Może jest gdzieś tutaj jakiś włącznik światła. Ale ogólnie te krzyki. Wow, co tu się odpierdziela? Czy to są wszyscy ci rozpuszczeni?
What is this place? Where the devil am I? It seems like the small building at the ground level is just camouflage. The most important part is here underground. Are all of them dissolved? How many patients can there be packed in here? Dozens? Hundreds? This is horrible!
Wow. No nie takiego widoku się spodziewałem. Butelka kwasu. Wszyscy w kombinezonach ochronnych. No i teraz moje pytanie brzmi, czy jest to jakiś eksperyment wojskowy? Czy oni po prostu tutaj wrzucają wszystkich rozpuszczonych, próbują im pomóc, eksperymentują na nich te lekarstwa, a jak po prostu nie zadziała, to wyrzucają zwłoki na jedną kupę, nie wiem, być może potem podpalają.
It's the only exit on this side of the catwalk. A ventilation hole covered with a grate. It doesn't look promising, but any place is better than this gateway to hell where I am now. Let's see if this grate can be removed. Perfect. It looks like this hole leads to a passageway on the other side.
Metalowa szafa.
A tiny lock is preventing me from opening the door, and despite its size, it seems to be very strong.
No dobra. A czy będę mógł użyć na tym łomu?
I'm not going to open it this way. I don't see any cracks in the door big enough to get any leverage. The bolt cutters are very worn. I'm not going to waste energy using them without good reason.
Czyli prawdopodobnie będziemy potrzebowali jakiegoś klucza. Mamy czarny worek.
It's sagging from the weight and so dilapidated that I doubt this janitor's cart has many more trips left in it.
Droga na dół.
Better not. I'm an intruder in this building, and it's under the Army's control. Going down to the main hall of the hospital would be walking straight into the lion's den.
No i trafiliśmy do czegoś, co wygląda jak szatnia.
Unlike its neighbors, this door is hanging open. All I see inside are remnants of stickers and torn photographs. It looks like someone left in a hurry, without even saying goodbye.
Czyli nic z tej szafy wyjąć nie mogę, okej.
The future is in our hands. Collaborate, rebuild, report. From the text, I say this poster must have been part of a government campaign launched after the Great Wave. Locked, of course. I'm starting to get annoyed with this sense of ownership I see in all the people with closets, lockers, and other storage furniture in this city.
Ale widzę, że mamy tutaj jakąś buteleczkę i teraz pytanie, czy jest to morfina? Czy jest to może lekarstwo?
I'd rather use a key to open this case, but I'm a bit short on time. So...
Who is it? Who's there?
Oh, excuse me,
What are you doing here? Have you come to steal something? Take one more step and I'll call the soldiers.
No, wait, please, don't do that.
Security, this is Nurse Uma Grundy. I need you to come right away.
No, wait!
To wpadliśmy jak śliwka w kompot. Nie możesz mnie wydać, ci żołnierze mnie zabiją, jeśli mnie tu znajdą.
You can't turn me in. Those soldiers will kill me if they find me here.
You should have thought of that before you walked into this trap. You'd better save your breath and get out of here fast, before those savages get here.
Kradzież? Nie, mylisz się, nie jestem złodziejem.
Steal? No, you're wrong about me. I'm not a thief.
You just broke the glass on one of our pharmacy cabinets. What am I supposed to think?
There's a reasonable explanation for all of this, I promise you.
You'd better be convincing when those soldiers get here. I can hear them coming now. Come on, get out of here now while you still have time.
Myślałem, że dla ludzi pracujących w służbie zdrowia priorytetem jest ratowanie życia, a ty skasujesz mnie na śmierć.
I thought the first priority of people in the medical profession was to save lives. and you're going to get me killed.
Don't you dare judge me. You have no idea what we're going through in here. Our priority is our patients, and yours should be to get out of here as fast as you can, if you value your life.
Chwila, nazywasz się Uma, pielęgniarka Uma?
Wait a minute, did you say Uma? Nurse Uma?
Yes, that's my name.
Wait, please don't turn me in. I know your father. I saved his life just a few hours ago. They were going to deport him to the refugee camp, but I was able to stop it.
My God, did you say my father? Tell me, how is he? Has anything happened to him?
Don't worry, Uma. He's safe. He told me about you and your work in this place. He was worried. He'll want to know that you're all right. Wait, please don't turn me in.
This is Nurse Uma Grundy. It turned out to be a false alarm. You don't have to come, thank you.
Thank you, Uma. You did the right thing. My name is Michael.
But now you should explain why you burst in here like that. What are you looking for, Michael?
I came to get medicine. I need a cure for the dissolved.
Cure? There's no such thing. You won't find it here or anywhere else. The authorities distributed a memo among the medical staff months ago. I'm sure you can still find a copy of it around here somewhere. It told us that they've definitely abandoned the search for a medicine. You made a mistake risking your life to get in here. The only thing we store here is pain. This place is a tomb for those poor infected devils, but also for the people who work here. I'm sorry, Michael. The dissolved are condemned to death.
No, that can't be. There has to be a solution. A cure. Oh man. Poor Rod. Poor Colin.
Ale w obozie dla uchodźców słyszałem, podobno to tu jest produkowany i przechowywany lek.
But I heard in the refugee camp, they said a cure is being produced and stored here. Well, if that's not the case, what's the purpose of a building like this?
The army deliberately keeps that rumor about a possible cure alive. You see, as long as people still have some hope left, it is much easier to control the city more effectively. But it's a lie.
I understand.
This medical center was built just after the Great Wave, taking advantage of some abandoned underground facilities. That was when the authorities were beginning to work on their project to rebuild the city. They told us the building was going to be used to take in the first patients. Of course, we had no idea the disease would become so widespread. I left my job in a clinic downtown to come here. I wanted to lend a hand. They demanded total confidentiality about our work to avoid causing panic in the population. Not even my father knew what we were really doing in here.
Yes. He told me that when I asked him about this place.
At first, we treated the patients with great care. There was medicine to ease their suffering and even research into a possible cure. Everything was going smoothly.
And then what happened?
Things started to go wrong. When the number of patients multiplied, we couldn't keep up. And then we began to run out of even the most basic supplies. And that was when the army took over complete control of the center.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Then they sealed off the building. No one was allowed to leave, not even us. We doctors and nurses have been shut in here for months, isolated without even a glimpse of daylight. They say it's for security reasons. It's for our own safety. Oh yeah, now our medical care is limited to wrapping up the patients in plastic bags, like the ones they use to transport cadavers, and then simply waiting for them to die, doing what little we can do to ease their suffering. Then we dispose of their remains, dissolving the black bags in acid for decontamination. And that's about it. That's all we can do with the resources we have. And sometimes it's just too much to bear.
Skazani na śmierć słyszałem, jak krzyczą z bólu. Co tak naprawdę dzieje się z rozpuszczonymi?
Condemned to die. I heard their cries of pain out there. What really happens to the dissolved?
These people suffer the most excruciating pain and die in the most horrible way I've ever seen. The first symptoms are bouts of nausea and fainting, which become more frequent and prolonged as the disease progresses, until in the end their entire metabolism enters a state of shock. Then their entire cell structure dissolves. It simply disintegrates. There's no medical explanation. It just happens. But there's something even stranger about the disease.
What could be stranger than what you just told me?
The dissolved become erratic, unpredictable, eccentric. They're uncontrollable. That's why the army fears them. They're afraid of their unpredictable behavior. but also of their strange messages. So the sole function of this place is to keep them locked away, hidden, and under the army's control, until death takes them off their hands, one by one. It's also why people who harbor the dissolved are punished, and it's also the reason for the existence of the cleanup brigades.
Myślałem, że kontrolują pacjentów, aby powstrzymać rozprzestrzenianie się choroby.
But I thought they were just controlling the patients to keep the disease from spreading.
But that's a lie, a blatant lie. The spread of the disease is accelerating. The number of cases is multiplying every day. But it's not contagious. We doctors and nurses have been treating the sick for months, in direct contact with them and their remains. And the rate of contagion among us is no higher than out there. The army is lying.
But then, how is the disease spread?
We don't know, Michael. No one knows. What we do know is that it's not caused by direct contact with the victims. There's another reason for the Army's secrecy about the dissolved. Fear. It's human nature to fear the unknown. We tend to panic when faced with something we don't understand. And this damned disease is more than any of us can handle.
Co sprawia, że rozpuszczeni są tacy nieprzewidywalni i niebezpieczni.
And what is it that makes the dissolve so unpredictable and dangerous?
They know, Michael. You probably think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, they know. They talk about events no one else knows about. They sense things. They bring back information from the places they go. And they talk to the dead there, Michael. They communicate with the dead. They know, Michael. That's all.
They're just sick people, Uma.
No! They're more than just ordinary sick people. You wouldn't talk like that if you had been living with them, and their messages and their prophecies all these months.
Chwila, chcesz powiedzieć, że rozpuszczeni przepowiadają przyszłość?
Wait a minute. Did you just say the dissolved make prophecies?
Let me tell you a story. When I first came to the center, I became friendly with a patient, a 13-year-old girl. All the time I was taking care of her, she never stopped chatting. She told me all about the underground highways. She said she went there every day.
Underground highways?
She said they all went there when they lost consciousness. Obviously, I felt great pity for the girl, but in time I also came to feel tremendous fear. I was afraid of that poor, hopeless child. Her visions, her dreams, her messages terrified me. And then one night she sat down next to another patient, an older woman who looked surprisingly healthy. According to our calculations, this woman still had a few months to live. The woman had just lost consciousness. "Leave me alone with her," the girl said to me. "It won't be long now." And she took the woman's hand. And just seconds later, the woman started to dissolve, shrieking and writhing in pain, until there was nothing left of her but a puddle of brown, viscous liquid. The girl turned to me and said, "I knew she was leaving us, and I didn't want her to go alone. That would have been very sad, wouldn't it, Uma?" The girl's face was still dripping with the remains of the patient. She knew what was going to happen, Michael. She saw it. From then on, my fear became uncontrollable. I felt defenseless next to her.
I understand.
Finally, my panic was so great that I refused to go anywhere near her. And I even, God forgive me, I felt secretly relieved when she herself finally dissolved. They know, Michael, and that's why they're so dangerous to the people in power now.
No, to teraz tylko czekać, aż my zaczniemy się rozpuszczać. Brygady sprzątające, widziałem jak działają.
The cleanup brigades. I've seen how they behave.
They're savages. I despise them. They're like predatory animals, heartless and unscrupulous. The rest of the staff refuses to share the facilities with them, so their lockers are out in the hallway. That's where they keep everything they need for their hunting expeditions. The GPSs, the disease detection tests, their ID badges. Each unit is made up of 2 soldiers, 1 doctor and 1 nurse. I mean, doctors and nurses collaborating with those bloodthirsty animals. But then they say, "What do you want? It's our job, and somebody's got to do it."
Yes, that phrase sounds familiar. It's bone-chilling. Police and criminals using exactly the same words to justify their actions. You gotta do what you gotta do. That seems to be the slogan of the executioners of this new world.
Talk to my father, Michael. Tell him that I'm all right, that he shouldn't worry, that we'll be seeing each other soon, very soon.
No dobra, myślałem, że skończy się to dla nas gorzej. Na szczęście udało nam się zdobyć morfinę. I Uma nie ma nic przeciwko. Skoro mamy morfinę, ale nie mamy lekarstwa, no ale tak jak powiedziała Uma, takie lekarstwo w ogóle nie istnieje.
I'm not going to leave this place without finding one of these memos about the dissolve that Uma mentioned. If it's true that the army has stopped looking for a cure, I'll need some proof to take to Rod.
Dobra, może znajdę coś w tej szafce. Albo i nie. Rozklekotane biurko.
Let's see. Inside I only see dust and old papers and a tiny key.
Mały kluczyk, prawdopodobnie do tej szafki, która znajduje się na korytarzu.
Let's see if it's the key to this closet. Bingo! I'm not going to take any. A small red LED is blinking on all of them, an unmistakable sign that they've been used.
Okej, mamy drewnianą skrzynkę. Wow. Mamy GPS.
According to one of the cleanup brigade's forums, this is the device they use to navigate during their raids. Sort of like an electronic map. It looks like some satellites are actually still working after the Great Wave. Something I could easily confirm if this contraption had batteries in it.
Raport do leku.
It's an internal army memo for the hospital's medical staff. The report talks about the failure to develop a cure for the dissolved. And what's even worse, the decision to finally abandon the search for one.
No myślę, że Rod, kiedy otrzyma ten raport, nie będzie zadowolony.
Authorized Vehicle Pass. It's the ID that allows the cleanup brigades to get in and out of the hospital compound in their macabre ambulances. From what I can tell, the army can pump you full of lead if you try to come through the gate without one of these.
No dobra, być może będziemy mogli tutaj wjechać później karetką. Syrena alarmowa zaczęła rozbrzmiewać. To nie wróży niczego dobrego. Ale okej, udało nam się zdobyć morfinę, a tego w sumie tak naprawdę potrzebowaliśmy najbardziej. Słuchajcie moi drodzy, w tym miejscu kończymy ten odcineczek. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobał. Dzięki wielkie za uwagę. Trzymajcie się i do usłyszenia. Hej!